We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon.
Comedian's dark past exposed as 4 women drag him to court. Buckle up, folks, because the Russell Brand saga is about to blow the roof off. The once charming, floppy-haired funny man, known for his cheeky grin and wild antics, is now at the center of a jaw-dropping scandal that's got the world gasping. Charged with a slew of sordid crimes, rape, sexual assault, and indecent assault, Brand, 49, is facing a legal firestorm that could torch his career and reputation for good. With allegations spanning from 1999 to 2005, involving 4 women who claim he crossed lines no star should ever cross, this is the story that's got everyone talking. And we've got the sizzling details. From superstar to sinner, the rise and fall of Russell Brand. Once upon a time, Russell Brand was the golden boy of British telly. With his tousled locks, razor-sharp wit, and a penchant for pushing boundaries, he was the host with the mostraling the airwaves on Big Brother's Big Mouth and cracking up audiences on BBC Radio 2. He partied hard, loved harder, and even snagged pop queen Katy Perry as his bride, though that marriage fizzled faster than a cheap sparkler. Hollywood came knocking, and Brand answered with roles in Get Him to the Greek and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, cementing his status as a global heartthrob. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a darker story was brewing. In September 2023, the bombshell dropped. A joint investigation by the Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4's Dispatches unleashed a torrent of accusations that painted Brand not as a lovable rogue, but as a predator hiding in plain sight. 4 women stepped forward, alleging rape, sexual assaults, and emotional abuse during Brand's wildest years. The world reeled, and the Metropolitan Police swooped in, launching a probe that's now landed Brand in the dock. The gruesome charges, a trail of broken hearts and shattered lives. Hold on to your hats, because the court documents read like a horror show. Brand faces 5 chilling charges, each one more shocking than the last. 1999, Bournemouth. A woman claims Brand raped her in the seaside town, leaving her life in tatters. This alleged assault is the earliest in the timeline, painting a picture of a young Brand already out of control. 2001, Westminster. Another woman accuses Brand of indecent assault, alleging he grabbed her arm and dragged her toward a male toilet in a terrifying encounter. Court papers say he strong-armed her, leaving her shaken and scarred. 2004, Westminster. The allegations get darker. Brand is accused of sexually assaulting a woman by groping her breasts without consent. But that's not all. He's also charged with orally raping the same woman, a crime that sent shockwaves through his fan base. 2004-2005, Westminster. Yet another woman claims Brand sexually assaulted her over a period of months, adding to the mounting evidence of a pattern of predatory behavior. These accusations, spanning 6 years, involve 4 separate women who say Brand's charm was a mask for something far more sinister. The Crown Prosecution Service, after a meticulous review of the evidence, decided to throw the book at him. On the 4th of April, 2025, Brand was charged by post at his Florida home, and now he's set to face the music at Westminster Magistrates Court on May 2, 2025. Brand's defense: I was a fool, but not a rapist.
We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon.
Never one to shy away from the spotlight, Brand took to X to proclaim his innocence in a dramatic video that's got everyone buzzing. Sporting a straw hat and a somber expression, the comedian didn't hold back. I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord, he declared, admitting to a past riddled with drugs, sex, and stupidity. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. Brand insists every encounter was consensual, painting himself as a reformed man who's found God and left his wild ways behind. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity, and I pray that you can see that in my eyes, he pleaded, vowing to clear his name in court. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to defend these charges, he added, hinting at a fierce legal battle ahead. But not everyone's buying it. Posts on X from 2023, when the allegations first surfaced, show a polarized public. Some called the claims grim and backed the accusers, citing medical records and text messages as damning evidence. Others, including high-profile figures like Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk, rallied behind Brand, suggesting he's the victim of a witch hunt. One ex-user quipped, "Show me who your friends are, and I will tell you what you are," pointing to Brand's controversial allies. What's at stake? As Brand gears up for his May 2 court date, the world's eyes are glued to Westminster Magistrates Court. Will he hop a flight from his swanky Florida pad where he's been spotted puffing cigars with Donald Trump Jr. to face the music in London? His lawyers say he's ready to return, but the logistics are murky. Brand's been living it up in the US since quitting the UK last autumn, and some wonder if he'll dodge the spotlight or strut into court like the showman he is. The stakes couldn't be higher. A conviction could mean years behind bars, a shattered legacy, and a permanent fall from grace. But if Brand's cleared, he could spin it as vindication, rallying his loyal fans and doubling down on his truth-teller persona. The Crown Prosecution Service is playing hardball, warning that criminal proceedings are active and the defendant has the right to a fair trial. A US twist. Trouble brewing across the pond. As if the UK drama wasn't enough, Brand's got a legal mess brewing in the States too. A woman, identified only as Jane Doe, sued Brand and Warner Brothers in 2023, claiming he exposed himself on the set of the 2011 film Arthur before sexually assaulting her in a bathroom. She alleges a crew member guarded the door during the attack, and Warner Brothers turned a blind eye to Brand's antics. Both Brand and the studio deny the claims, but here's the kicker. Warner Brothers Discovery is offering up to 8 hours of unseen Arthur outtakes as evidence in the case. Could these tapes clear Brand's name or bury him deeper? Brand's US lawyers are sweating bullets, fearing the New York civil case could spark criminal charges in the States. They tried to delay the lawsuit, arguing it might overlap with the UK investigation, but the court said no dice. Brand's been granted until the 30th of October, 2025, to submit his deposition, but his team's worried that anything he says could be used against him in both countries. Talk about a transatlantic tightrope. The backlash. Fans, foes, and a divided public. The Russell Brand scandal has split the world down the middle. On one side, his diehard fans are circling the wagons, flooding X with messages of support. They see him as a spiritual warrior, a man who's owned his past and is being targeted for his outspoken views. The law has become a weapon, Brand claimed in his X video, and his followers are eating it up, calling the charges a smear campaign by the mainstream media. On the other side, the accuser's supporters are livid, pointing to the 2023 Dispatches documentary, Russell Brand, in plain sight as proof he's been dodging accountability for years. The film, which sparked the police probe, featured women who said Brand's behavior was an industry secret. Some ex-users have dragged Brand's past boasts about his sexual conquests, while employers turned a blind eye. If you don't believe rape happens when there's evidence, you'll never believe it, one user fumed. Even Hollywood's getting dragged into the mess. The BBC issued an apology after an internal probe revealed staff joked about a 2008 incident where Brand allegedly exposed himself, and Warner Brothers is facing heat for alleged negligence on the Arthur set. The question on everyone's lips: did the industry enable Brand's behavior for years? The Katy Perry connection, a pop star's shadow. No Brand scandal would be complete without a nod to his ex-wife, Katy Perry. The pair's whirlwind marriage from 2010 to 2012 was tabloid gold, but it ended in a messy divorce. Just days before Brand was charged, he made cryptic remarks about their brief union, stirring up speculation. Netizens on X didn't hold back, with one cheekily posting, "Thank God Katy Perry divorced him." While Perry stayed mum, the timing of Brand's comments has raised eyebrows. Is he trying to deflect attention, or is there more to the story? The man behind the scandal. Who is Russell Brand now? Since the allegations first broke, Brand's undergone a dramatic transformation. Gone is the leather-clad party animal of the 2000s. Today, he's a born-again Christian, a family man, and a self-styled guru preaching spirituality and sobriety. He swapped London's bright lights for Florida's sunny shores, rubbing elbows with the likes of Donald Trump Jr. and touting his 22.5 years of sobriety. But critics say it's all a carefully crafted act to dodge accountability. Brand's no stranger to controversy. His 2008 Saxgate scandal where he left a lewd voicemail for actor Andrew Saskost, his BBC gig, and his outspoken views on everything from politics to spirituality have made him a lightning rod for criticism. Yet, he's still got a loyal following, with fans hanging on his every word. Will his charm and charisma sway the court, or has his luck finally run out? What's next? A trial that could change everything. As May 2, 2025 looms, the world's bracing for a courtroom spectacle like no other. Will Brand take the stand, spinning tales of redemption and innocence? Will the accuser's stories hold up under scrutiny? And what about those Arthur outtakes? Could they be the smoking gun that seals Brand's fate? One thing's for sure, this trial will be a media circus, with every twist and turn splashed across headlines. The Metropolitan Police say their investigation is still open, urging anyone with information to come forward. Meanwhile, Brand's U.S. legal woes add another layer of intrigue. If convicted in the UK, he could face years in prison. If cleared, he'll likely double down on his persecuted truth-teller narrative. Either way, the Russell Brand saga is far from over. The verdict: hero or villain? Love him or loathe him? Russell Brand's story is a roller coaster of fame, scandal, and redemption. Is he a misunderstood soul, framed by a vengeful system, or a predator who's finally facing justice? The truth lies in the hands of the court, but one thing's certain: this is the juiciest scandal of 2025, and we're glued to every shocking detail. Stay tuned, because the Russell Brand drama is just getting started.